Sometimes. Justice isn't about punishment. Sometimes it's about kindness, the kind that reaches deep into someone's life and changes everything. Today, you'll witness one of Judge Frank Caprio's most heartfelt moments, a story about a mother who's lost everything, but still stands tall for her son, a story that reminds us that compassion can be the purest form of justice. This is the case of Maria Lopez Carr. Inside Judge Caprio's courtroom, a woman quietly steps forward. She's wearing a small hat, her hands clasped nervously together. Her name is Maria Lopez Carr, once a proud employee of the health department, now disabled and living through hard times. She's been here before. Her car was once booted for unpaid tickets. Her son had promised to pay them off, and he did, partly. But there was still a $40 balance left unpaid, a small number, but one that carried the weight of years of struggle. The judge reviews her file carefully. Flipping through the pages, he remembers her son, a young man full of energy, who had once stood before this same bench. Judge Caprio had given him a break back then, hoping he learned something from it. But now, Maria stands here again, taking responsibility for something that wasn't even her fault. She speaks softly, explaining that her son still drives the car from time to time. He's 24 now, working, capable, yet here she is, the one facing the court. The judge listens quietly, his eyes thoughtful. He's seen this before, parents carrying the burdens their children should bear. He gently suggests that maybe it's time for her son to take responsibility. But Maria shakes her head. Her voice trembles as she says, "I will pay for the ticket, Your Honor. It's my car. I'll take care of it." In that moment, something deeper reveals itself. Maria isn't here to make excuses. She's here because that's what mothers do. They protect, they absorb, they carry on. Then she speaks again, and her words change the entire tone of the room. "My husband passed away 7 years ago," she says softly. "Life hasn't been easy since." The air grows still. Even the judge looks down, his expression heavy with empathy. This isn't a case about traffic fines anymore. It's a window into a life filled with quiet pain, love, and endurance. Judge Caprio asks what she used to do for work. She tells him she served the community for 25 years in the health department, but now she's disabled, unable to work, living each day one small challenge at a time. The judge looks at her again, a woman who has given so much to others, now standing in court over $200 in fines. He takes a deep breath and speaks kindly. "Maria, the total is $210, $100 for the boot fee, and $110 for the tickets. But you're not going to pay that." Maria blinks in disbelief. Judge Caprio explains that there's a fund called the Philometer Fund, made up of donations from people all around the world, people who believe in helping others who are struggling. And today, that fund will take care of her fines. Tears begin to fill Maria's eyes. Her lips tremble, but she smiles, a soft, grateful smile that says more than words ever could. For once, life is giving her a break. The judge tells her he hopes things turn around. He hopes she'll find reasons to smile again. He says, "You've served others for 25 years, Maria. Now it's time for others to serve you." The courtroom falls quiet, filled with emotion. What started as a case about unpaid tickets has become a lesson in humanity. Maria's story isn't one of guilt, it's one of perseverance. As she thanks the judge, her voice cracks slightly. "Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for your kindness." And in that instant, every person watching can feel it, the pure, simple beauty of compassion. Maria walks out of the courtroom lighter than when she walked in. Her fine is gone. Yes, but what she truly received was something far greater: dignity, hope, and a reminder that there are still kind hearts in this world. Judge Caprio sits quietly, reflecting for a moment. He knows there are countless stories like Maria's, stories of good people who've fallen on hard times, who just need a little grace to keep going. And that's what this courtroom stands for, not just justice, but understanding. There are a million stories in the big city, Judge Caprio once said, and everyone deserves to be heard. Maria's story is one of love, loss, and courage, a story that reminds us all that kindness costs nothing, but its impact can mean everything. Sometimes justice wears a robe and holds a gavel, but sometimes it simply listens, understands, and chooses mercy, because when justice meets kindness, everyone wins.